Hi friends, my name is Radha Kumari. I am from SVGDC Palem. I am working as a lecturer in English. Today we are going to discuss about the prose lesson called The Curb in the Sky. The Curb in the Sky was written. Thurber was born in 1894 on 8th December. He was died in the year of 1961 on November 2nd. Here, this James Thurber was a very famous writer and he is a fiction writer. He was also a humorist. He was also called as a cartoonist. He worked as a journalist. He also worked as an author. He was also a playwright. And he had so many kinds of awards. He received so many kinds of awards and rewards. Especially, he received Tony Award for a Thurber Carnival. The book was published in the year of 1960. He had written number of short stories, essays, novels, etc. His notable works are My Life and Hard Times, My World and Welcome to It. It is a very famous book, was written by this James Thurber, and we have to visualize the characters in the curve in the sky. The curve in the sky, we have visualized different characters called Charlie Deshler, who was the hero of the lesson, and Dorothy, who was the lady character, and he was the hero. She was the heroine in the lesson called the Curb in the Sky. Dorothy's parents, Charlie Deshler friends. Here, these four characters are called as main characters, and here in this way we have to visualize how this James Thurber was an author and he characterized the lesson called The Curb in the Sky. సో హియర్ ద కర్వ్ ఇన్ ద స్కై. ఇప్పుడు మనం చూడబోతూ ఉన్నటువంటి ఈ లెసన్లో ద కర్వ్ ఇన్ ద స్కై అనేటువంటి ఈ లెసన్లో మనం చూస్తూ ఉన్నటువంటి క్యారెక్టర్స్. In yesterday's class we discussed about the character of Charlie Deshler and also we discussed the character of the lady character called Dorothy. అంటే మనం ఇంతకుముందు వీడియోస్లో చూస్తూ ఉన్నట్లుగా మనం క్యారెక్టర్ ఆఫ్ చార్లీ డెష్లర్ అంటే అతని యొక్క ప్రవర్తన తీరు, అతను చేస్తూ ఉన్నటువంటి విధానాలు, అంటే ఎస్పెషలీ ద హీరో క్యారెక్టర్ చార్లీ డెష్లర్, అతని యొక్క వివరాలు తెలుసుకున్నాం. అలాగే దొరోతి ద లేడీ క్యారెక్టర్, ద ఫీమేల్ క్యారెక్టర్ అండ్ ఆల్సో కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ద హీరోయిన్ ఆఫ్ ద లెసన్, ప్రోజ్ లెసన్ ద కర్బ్ ఇన్ ద స్కై. ఈ లెసన్లో దొరోతిని ఒక హీరోయిన్గా మనం చూపింపబడింది. అలాంటి క్యారెక్టర్ని చూసాం. టుడే we will go through how they lead their own married life, and after how they got a kind of clash between these two పర్సనాలిటీస్ అనేటువంటి దాన్ని చూడబోతూ ఉన్నాం. ఏంటి ఇక్కడ అనంటే ఎస్పెషలీ ద రైటర్, దిస్ జేమ్స్ థర్బర్ was characterized, these two characters, this Charlie Deshler and this Dorothy, were called as wife and husband, and these two people, especially this Charlie Deshler, was attracted to this lady called Dorothy at love at first sight. Whenever he observed at first sight, and he fell in love with the lady called Dorothy, and he was fixed in his mind to marry the lady called Dorothy. And finally he took this decision in his own mind to propose the lady called Dorothy, and this Dorothy was also very much attracted the man called this Charlie Deshler. So many people, so many young people were get attracted by the lady called this Dorothy, because this Dorothy was a beautiful, attractive lady, and at the same time she was a very fluent, she was very much fluent in English language, and through her own language, and she was dominating all the young people. That's why this all young people were getting attracting, and at the same time after a while they will derive from the lady character called Dorothy, because she always wanted to correct the others' mistakes, and she was always involving into others' matters. Through this own habit, so many young people were derived from the lady character called Dorothy, and at the same time the man, this Charlie Deshler, was very much attracted this lady called Dorothy, and he was proposed to this lady called Dorothy, and also he was decided to go and meet the parents of this Dorothy, and the parents of the Dorothy were also very much happy to give their daughter to this Charlie Deshler. And at the same time, finally, so many friends of this Charlie Deshler were gave a suggestion to this Charlie Deshler: don't be get married with the lady called Dorothy. But this man Charlie Deshler, he can't listen any of his friends' words. Finally, he decided to marry the lady called Dorothy. Likewise, in this way, he get married with the lady called Dorothy. What was happened after their marriage? How this man became as a man of mad, and how he wanted to be kept in an asylum. సో ఇలా ఈ రకంగా మనం చూడబోతూ ఉన్నాం. అంటే ఇప్పటి వరకు మనం క్యారెక్టర్స్ చూసాము. ఇప్పుడు వారి మధ్యన ఏ రకంగా సఖ్యత అనేది లోపించింది, ఏ రకమైనటువంటి గొడవలు ఎలా వచ్చాయి, వారి యొక్క ఇండివిజువాలిటీ అంటే వారి యొక్క వ్యక్తిత్వం అనేది ఎలా ఉందో ఈ యొక్క క్లాస్లో మనం చూడబోతాం. హౌ దిస్ టూ క్యారెక్టర్స్, హౌ దిస్ టూ ఇండివిజువల్స్ ఆర్ బికేమ్ వెరీ ఫూలిష్, అంటే ఏ రకంగా వీళ్ళు ఈ యొక్క క్యారెక్టర్స్ అనేవి ఎలా ఉన్నాయి, ఏ రకమైనటువంటి గొడవ సంభవించిందో మనం ఇప్పుడు ఈ లెసన్లో చూడబోతూ ఉన్నాము. ద కర్వ్ ఇన్ ద స్కై అనేటువంటి లెసన్లో we are going to discuss how the personality clash between the wife and the husband. The wife and husbands are, so here, Dorothy and Charlie Deshler. How these two people were clash with each other in this story. How did this clash affect Dorothy and Charlie Deshler as individuals? ఏ రకంగా వారి యొక్క వ్యక్తిత్వ స్వభావాన్ని ప్రభావితం చూస్తుందో మనం ఈ లెసన్లో చూడబోతూ ఉన్నాం. Dorothy and Charlie get married to each other in a very short span of knowing each other. And here this Dorothy and Charlie Deshler were getting married after a very short span of knowing with each other. అంటే ఇద్దరికి ఒకరినొకరు పరిచయం ఏర్పడిన అనతి కాలంలోనే ఇద్దరు కూడా మ్యారేజ్ చేసుకోవటం జరిగింది. They shared the common interaction interest of narrating stories to people. In the first year of their marriage, Dorothy seems to be very pretty, happy and satisfied with the kind of this relationship she shared with her husband. సో మొదటి సంవత్సరంలో పెళ్ళైనటువంటి మొదటి సంవత్సరం ఎలా ఉంది అని అంటే, దిస్ టూ పీపుల్ వర్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ విత్ ఈచ్ అదర్ అండ్ దే లీడ్ ఎ వెరీ హ్యాపీ లైఫ్ ఇన్ దేర్ ఓన్ ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ ఆఫ్ దేర్ ఓన్ మ్యారీడ్ లైఫ్. Charlie too never felt beaten with his wife's frequent interruption in his narrations. They seemed to enjoy their married life in the first year. Anyway, we observed through the words of this Charlie Deshler and Dorothy, they lead a happiest life in their